Greetings and welcome to another episode of Shop Talk down here at Page 3's Game Zone. I'm Nathan Varney.
I'm Aaron Sayers.
I'm Davina Bryan.
And we're going to talk to you today about some upcoming games in the world of board and card games in January and February of 2015. We're going to do both months in one go here, and then kind of similar to how we've done the comic book releases and so forth. And then we'll typically go 1 month at a time after we kind of get caught up here with our first one for the board games for 2015. And the games that we're going to be talking about are solicits based on the distributors that we use here. We're going to be using Game Trade Magazine and Meeple Monthly as our primary sources for these solicitations. So hopefully the release dates are going to be accurate, at least from what's been solicited here. Those, of course, are subject to change, but for the most part, they generally are at least somewhere in the neighborhood of being on. So, also, as with all of our videos that we do similar to this, if you do a special order or a pre-order on any of these items, the one that we talk about or another one that you know about that you're interested in, our standard discount is 20% off. So all you have to do is mention that you want the pre-order discount and tell us the game that you want. You can either email us, stop in, call. There's lots of ways to get a hold of us. So, all right. Well, without further ado, let's get right into it here. This first bit here is I think almost all Fantasy Flight games.
Yeah.
The first little bit here. So. But to begin off, we have the Call of Cthulhu Living Card game gets a new expansion for the greater good. The Agency faction is the primary recipient of love in this deluxe pack, a retail of $29.95, as all the deluxe packs are in Fantasy Flight's Living Card game line. So the next wave, all of Cthulhu's are now roughly quarterly releases. So its first release should be in stores sometime this month, in January of 2015.
Next, what we're going to talk about is actually Fantasy Flight's Game of Thrones LCG. Their next chapter pack within the Warden cycle is going to be the House of Talons. It's going to be $14.95 for that one. The House of Talons is going to focus on more trait-related, such as Dothraki, Rainbow Guard, and the House Allen. House Aaron. So they're going to do more with the Castle Plot cards. So do a little mix-up with that. So hopefully pretty good for that one.
House Allen.
House
Aaron. Good job, Aaron.
I know, Aaron. Couldn't remember Aaron.
Blew it.
All right, moving on.
We're going to talk about the Elder Sign Gates of Arkham expansion coming out. It's actually going to have an Arkham Adventure pack that replaces the core set. It's going to be $24.95.
I think that's one that I think the two of you had mentioned that you had not played this yet.
No.
Elder Sign is a really, really fun dice game for Arkham Horror. It's been out for a few years now, and if you've not had a chance to check that out, I certainly recommend it. It's a very fun, fast-paced game for in that Eldritch Horror, Ancient One battles against the Ancient Ones and Cthulhu and so forth setting. So it's a new expansion.
As long as you just recommend it and you're not going to shame my family for not having played it.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Next up, we've got the Star Wars Living Card game gets a new expansion. The Attack Run Force Pack, $14.95 is the MSRP on that, as with all of the standard small release packs for the Living Card games. This is the fourth Force Pack. That's a tongue twister. In the the Rogue Squadron, the Rogue Squadron cycle. So just another standard release for Star Wars The Living Card game. An excellent game. Also, I'll go ahead and catch this next one here. Imperial Assault, we're going to have quite a few Imperial Assault releases to go here. The very first thing, and a few of us got to play this for the first and second times for some of us last night. Imperial Assault is a fabulous game, and so there's a bunch of releases scheduled here for January. The additional figure packs. So if you just wanted a particular figure to add to your game, you can just buy that one figure. Each of these packs, the villain and the ally packs, come with some new mission cards as well as everything that you need for that particular character to use in the campaign mode, as well as some skirmish rules for those characters as well. So, but one of the first things they're also Imperial Assault is getting a dice pack. So a pack of dice, as the name suggests, that allow you to not have to keep passing the same 2 dice or so around the table during your entire game. MSRP on that is $11.95 for the Imperial Assault dice pack.
The next one will be the General, I think it's a Wise villain pack. He's going to come with his ATST, is what it is.
Yep.
So, and all of his card packs with it. And that one is $14.95?
$19.95.
$19.95, I'm sorry.
Yep.
Reading them words on the page.
Good job, Aaron.
The next one that's going to be coming out is the Royal Guard. I can't talk either.
It's infected. I've infected you all.
You have.
I've destroyed it.
The Royal Guard Champion Villain Pack.
Yep.
It's going to be $9.95 as well.
Yep. And each of those are single figure packs on all those. Actually, I think there's just 2 of them that aren't. So when we get to those. Also, in Imperial Assault releases the Villain Pack IG-88, the Bounty Hunter, the classic droid Bounty Hunter gets his own figure and pack card pack into Imperial Assault as well, and he is $9.95. Sorry.
And the next one will be Han Solo gets his own pack now for $9.95 as well.
I mean Chewbacca.
You could have just left it at that. Yep.
The Chewbacca Ally Pack will be $9.95 as well.
Yep. So all of the small characters, single pack small characters, are $9.95. I don't know if that's a trend I don't know if that's officially Fantasy Flight's leg on that, but all of these are $9.95. So also the Rebel Troopers get an ally pack, a 3-pack of Rebel Troopers, and it's a 3-pack for $14.95. So
the next one is the Star Wars Imperial Assault. It's the Rebel Squad Saboteurs. I'm sorry, Rebel Saboteurs.
The Swabbators.
For $12.95. And with those, they come with 2.
They come with lightsabers and 2 tips.
Swallows.
This is over. All right, and wrapping up the not actually quite wrapping up the Fantasy Flight releases, but the Warhammer 40K living card game Conquest gets its 4th war pack, and that is, I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, Zogwart's Curse. It's got a new warlord. This one didn't have. The one that releases in February actually tells us what the warlord is. Sorry. So a new warlord, and then 17 other cards with a play set of 3 of each of those. So a standard 60 card pack for the $14.95 MSRP LCG packs. So also, I guess we probably should have mentioned this before we started talking about Armada, is that the actual core set for Armada has not released yet. It is supposed to release ideally this month. I mean, I hope, otherwise they're going to push all these expansion packs back. But the core set is supposed to release this month as well, with everything Armada. I'm sorry, we were talking about Imperial Assault. We're going to be ready to talk about Armada in a minute. We're completely destroyed here today. Okay, anyway, so January is supposed to release the Star Wars Armada core set, which is a $99.95 MSRP core set which is a capital ship battle set for Star Wars, so like Star Destroyers and Corellian Corvettes and those types of things for a tabletop miniatures game. So similar to X-Wing, which is a great miniatures game. If you've not played X-Wing, an absolutely great game. A little bit of but that's more geared towards the small dogfighting type fighters and so forth. There are some large ships in X-Wing, but so all the capital ships and so forth will be introduced into the game. Well, not into the game, but as its own game in Armada, which again is scheduled to have a release this month. So, Okay. Davina, I think we will let you introduce this other part. Now, some of this has already released, and some of this is not got a definite January release date, but it's possible that it will be releasing this month. So, without further ado, I'll let you talk about this one.
The Princess Bride board game series. Ingo Montoya is going to make you prepare to die, or something.
That's the one that released.
Have they released the MSRP on this one yet?
I don't think that there's MSRPs on these just yet. On the new ones now, the Prepare to Die board game already came out.
Oh, I see.
But this triple pack though here will be like 3 standalone games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know the Battle of Wits was a 2 to 10 player game.
Yeah.
And then the next one in the line was a 2 to 6 player game.
Yeah.
I think that's the.
Go ahead, Aaron.
As you wish.
Still the thunder there.
You go ahead and introduce the last one.
Oh, and the Miracle Pill. Yeah. That one.
3 games for under the Princess Bride banner. Looks like it's got photos, photo art from the movie. So I know this is it's a cult classic movie series. The Princess Bride is. I think it's maybe a little more of a favorite for you than possibly anybody else that works here. Maybe.
I mean, I know references, but yeah. I've watched it, yeah.
But so anyway, we definitely be interesting to see those. Look forward to trying out the entire series of the Princess Bride. In addition to the Prepare to Die that's already out, I should say. Yep. Alrighty. Well, moving on to that I think wraps up all of the previews we're going to do for January. Now, obviously, that's not all the games coming out in January. That's just all the previews that we're going to kind of touch on here.
We're really looking forward to.
Yeah.
Okay. So then we're going to move into some stuff that's scheduled to release in February. Android Netrunner for a living card game from Fantasy Flight Games gets its the Sand Cycle, the Valley data pack releases. It's a $14.95 MSRP on that, and that will be scheduled to hit stores in February.
I think next thing we're talking about is another LCG pack for the Game of Thrones, or Fantasy Flights Game of Thrones. It'll be the Blue is Calling chapter pack. It's going to be focused around House Aaron. Actually, around that house and more castle cards, focusing around those traits, and that one will be $14.95 as well.
And speaking of the Armada, actually speaking of it this time, since it's been mentioned, yeah, one of the new expansion packs going to be coming out with that is the Assault Frigate Mark II. It's going to be $39.95 for that expansion pack.
Yep. Also, there's going to be a dice pack for Armada to come out that's similar to the dice pack for Imperial Assault. The names are just eluding me left and right here. So that also it has a $9.95 MSRP for that. That'd be something that hits in February. We've got the Corellian Corvette as a $19.95 ship that'll also be out for Armada scheduled in February.
Aaron's not going to talk?
No.
No.
The next one,
over there.
The Imperial Fighter Squad expansion pack, will also be releasing for the Star Wars Armada, and that one will be $19.95.
The Gladiator class Star Destroyer expansion pack will be $29.95. It looks like the prices on this one are varying a little bit more than the Imperial Assault expansion packs.
Which one did you catch already? The Imperial Fighter Squadron? Okay. The Nebulan B frigate will have a release. It's a $19.95 ship.
Also, the Rebel Fighter Squadron pack will also be releasing with a $19.95 ship.
Okay.
And the Victory class Star Destroyer expansion pack will be $39.95.
And I think that wraps up all of the Armada releases for February. We also have the Lord of the Rings, the Treason of Saruman Saga expansion to $29.95 Deluxe Saga Pack that will have the first touching on the first half of the Two Towers books. So that's I'm really looking forward to that one myself.
Yep. And finally, the Star Wars LCG will be having another Force Pack release, Chain of Command, and that one will be $14.95 as well.
Yep.
Warhammer 40K Conquest LCG, the Threat Beyond War pack is going to be coming out. It's going to use the Warlord for the Astra Militarium. his 8-cord signature squad. That's going to be $14.95 when it releases. 8-cord.
8-cord.
Hello.
We have cords. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Chords, yes.
All right. Well, we might.
I can't read.
Yep. We're just really struggling here at this. Okay. Well, that wraps up this episode of Shop Talk down here at Page 3's Game Zone with some January and February releases in the world of board and card games. Again, this was a very Fantasy Flight heavy episode. That won't be the case every month, but just so happens there's a lot of stuff coming out from Fantasy Flight games in January and February.
See you soon.
All right. Have a good one.
Bye.